Clubhouse. I'm going to come back to you in 1 second. Let me just start this stream. How to use blogging for business and profit. We're going to talk about that today. We're live streaming across multiple platforms. Clubhouse, our numero uno platform, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms as well. And again, TM, always good hanging out with you. Always good seeing you. And I love your work ethic. I know it's not a soundtrack. You believe in health. Felicia, good to have you here. Tangi, Dr. Tangi, good to have you here. Monica, Ricky, David Hill, good to see you there, brother. Haven't heard your voice in a while. That's my fault, not yours. Yin, thanks for being so consistent being here. Dora Maria, Mary Lynn, Dr. Jane, Lacey, Andy, Victoria, Vashan's here, and ECMD is here, and Rivers here, and Blue is here, and Gail is here, Linnell is here, and Coach is here, and Bella's here, and Katsushiro is here, and many, many, many in the listening lounge. Those who are here on Instagram, I see Kim is here, and Diving into the Abyss here, and Malcolm joined, and others are joining across platforms. So great, good to have you all here. We have until about 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to share with you a few tips about the power of using the power of blogging to build your business. I've started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, and in fact, 2 of them, all of them have been media companies, but 2 of them have been blogs. I started smallbiztechnology.com. Good morning, Dr. Jeannie on LinkedIn. I started smallbiztechnology.com, a simple blog helping small businesses leverage the power of technology, and I sold that about 20 years later. Then I started smarthustle.com in 2015, and I sold that about a year ago, last summer. Today, I'm building zoneofgenius.com and other platforms and doing this, expanding to do this for other people as well. Because I find that, as I've talked about with Celebrity CEO, the Celebrity CEO concept, good morning, is all about building attention, getting trust, earning trust, and making a sale. So I'm going to ask myself and ask you all today, can blogging help you build a business? If you've been blogging or you're blogging on a consistent basis, whichever platform you're watching this in, can you put a B in the chat? I'm curious, whether Instagram or otherwise, put a B in the chat if you're using blogging on a consistent basis. Just curious who that may or may not be. And do me this favor as well, if you don't mind. Curious, if you're not doing blogging on a consistent basis, can you type the word N for no, type the letter, the character N for no, if you're not doing blogging on a consistent basis? Just curious who we have today, who's in the room, who's doing it. Good. Cindy's doing some blogging. Good. Yusuf and LaFern are not. That's good. Shirley's not. Good. So we have a lot of people who can learn today about the power of blogging. Good, 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 good. So let's dive into it. Blogging, in essence, is the aspect of consistently sharing content on a platform, usually in article format. It's not necessarily like a Facebook post with a video or images or a quick, hey, here's my dog. It's not quite like a tweet, which is short form or what they call micro blogging. But blogging traditionally is some form of longer form article, 300, 500, 800 or more words, done consistently. Tessa says not consistently enough. I hear you, sister, for sure on that. So that's what blogging is. And you can blog on a variety of platforms, such as Medium is one platform. LinkedIn has some blogging platforms. WordPress, the leading blogging platform out there, and many others. I've been blogging for many, many years, and today I blog at zoneofgenius.com. And blogging is part of that personal branding framework, which I believe helps all coaches, authors, speakers, consultants, and that's who we serve at CelebrityCEO.com. If you have not yet downloaded the Celebrity CEO Blueprint, I beg you to check out CelebrityCEO.com/blueprint or just CelebrityCEO.com. Download your free Celebrity CEO Blueprint because we talk about this aspect of getting attention and building trust. Blogging is the perfect tool to build attention and get trust. So here's why you should blog, and here's or how you should blog to help grow your business. Then we'll open up the discussion on Clubhouse and or those who are watching on Instagram. If you want to join me, just put the ask permission to ask Ramon a question little button there, and I'll bring you into the live video stream. So here's the essence of blogging. A, determine that you're going to create consistent content to share with your audience. That could be using something like Medium. It could be using something like, forgetting the Twitter affiliated blogging platform. It could be using WordPress, number of platforms that you can consistently blog at. You're going to think, what's that headline that will most be attractive to my audience and that will most help them with what they need to do in their life? So if you look at zoneofgenius.com, a lot of our blogs are on mindset and development and personal branding and building a business, because that's a Zone of Genius is about helping small businesses grow. And you can get a free sign up for Zone of Genius at zoneofgenius.com/sign up. Zoneofgenius.com/sign up. So that's the simple aspects of blogging. How do you start your first blog? I would suggest most of you consider a simple WordPress blog well designed. WordPress blog well designed, or you can start blogging on Medium. Many are using the tool called Substack. And here's the advantage, though, of using a proper blogging tool. Once you blog, there's a feed, it's called, that goes out that you can share blog also on social media. And what is Stinson? Hey, what's up, Daryl Stinson said? This is right on time, as I'm considering accepting Forbes calendar position where I'd write a weekly article. Yes, Daryl Stinson's here. And Daryl Stinson will be, by the way, at the Entrepreneurs Conference and Awards coming up April 18th and 19th. Good point, Daryl. Yeah, and I blog on Entrepreneur. I blog for Black Enterprise as well. So blogging consistently is a great way to share your knowledge and what the geeks call thought leadership. So you put together a WordPress site, and you can see what I put on zoneofgenius.com, or it can be a simple site as well, much simpler site, that you're consistently sharing content. As you share that content, the beauty of blogging is people see that headline that will directly help them. That's one. As they read inside, people then can read your article that will be helpful for them. The other beauty of blogging is that you have links on your blog that can be shared, that can link to other platforms, and you can uplift other people. And the other benefit of the blog, people can start to link back to you. Again, blogging is one of the 8 or so key rubrics that we talk about of the celebrity CEO concept of getting attention, earning trust, and then making the sale. Blogging is powerful. It's changed my life. I blog just about every single day. So you have your WordPress site list, for example, you've built. Most of you probably have WordPress. You don't have to, but that's a great tool for consistent blogging, because WordPress has what are called plugins that you can add to the site, such as sign up to get my blog, the blog emailed to you. So if you look on zoneofgenius.com and sign up for that, for example, or even BWC Daily, every week we send out a summary of what's been blogged about at zoneofgenius.com. That's automated. As we blog, automatically the blog that we do is sent on social media. Great question. I think that's Nathaniel, and Greklek asked, how long does it take you to write a blog? So I think the length of the time it can take depends on how fast you type and how well you know the subject. You can write a blog in 5 minutes. You can write a blog in 20 minutes. It really depends. And with the power of ChatGPT or Jasper, which I have no shame in that, let's say, for example, you're writing a blog about motherhood, and you have a nice theme you want to write about how you can better nurture your child. I see no problem with you telling your story a bit at the top. I was with my child last week. Brian Hess showed a picture of his child jumping into a 45-degree cooled water tub. So cool. Brian Hess, if you know him, tag him, let him know I'm talking about him. He shared that little boast. So Brian Hess could do 3 ways to better nurture your child during vacation days. So Brian Hess could write his personal story in his blog about what he learned. And then he can use the power of ChatGPT, Jasper, other tools to do a curated post of 5 other things. So today, with the power of curated content, your blogging can be as much as it is. Thank you so much, Dr. Jeannie, for sharing that, talking about Daryl Stinson, who's a friend of Dr. Jeannie for sure. And you can find out more about the Entrepreneurs Conference and Awards at zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. Anybody who wants to join me on Instagram side before we go to Clubhouse, feel free to do the click little button to join me on Instagram and you'll join. So that's number 3, I think it was. The other power of blogging is it helps you build your email list. In our celebrity CEO coaching, which you do every Monday at 7 p.m., we talk about the power of building email. Some people get bored by email, but email, a good email list, is so powerful. I'm on the receiving end of many of your emails. I get Kate Volman's email, which comes out on a regular basis, and other emails that I get. Email marketing is powerful. And when you blog, it forces you to be consistent with sharing great content with your community so you can serve them, so they can see that you provide solutions to their problem, so you're earning their trust, and eventually they may seek to buy from you. This is the power of blogging for business. I'm a firm believer that every small business owner should be a content publisher, should provide content in some way, shape, or form. Glenn Lundy, in our previous segment on Breakfast with Champions, just talked about how he'd be sharing content, I believe, 800 and something times per month or per week. Can't remember what it was, but some huge number. He'll be sharing content. And I think Linnell calculated that's about 19 or so times a day, so whatever that is.
500 a month, 500 posts a month, 18 a day.
Thank you, TM. Mr. Leadership on Demand, always on point. Thanks, TM. So content's powerful. And I'm not saying it's the game for everybody. You have to. I'm not one of those people that say you got to do it this way. Not one of those people, but I am saying there are some best practices that work. Why is my 2024 speaking calendar being filled? I believe in part it's because of the content I'm doing. So blogging is a powerful way to share more long form, more thoughtful, more consistent thought leadership with a community. Third thing that's powerful for blog posting, not just on the website, not just on social media, not just on an email newsletter, but also it's searchable. So years from now, I dare you, you can do it right now. Do it with your own name. Search on RamonRay.com. I'm going to do it myself right now. RamonRay.com. All the content I've done over the years, content about Ramon is there. It's me in the top several hundred links. So there's one that's Ray Ramon. That's not me. It says bad man video store. Ooh, wonder what that is. Hope it's a little spicy. Anyways, point is, you can see links for yourself. Google yourself and see what comes up if you Google yourself. Stars Tina has done this very well, branding herself. Not just Tina Wilson. She knows that's a relatively common name, but Stars Tina. So blogging is a great way that when other people search on you, you begin to come up more, and this builds the trust index. If you haven't read the book, Like Switch by FBI counterintelligence officer, it's a great book to read to understand the power of building relationships, building trust, and building connectivity. Julie Renga's here. Good morning, Queen. How are you, Julie Renga? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good to have you here. Thanks for being here this morning. So this is the power of blogging. This is the power of consistently sharing content. As my friend John Jant says, the author of Duct Tape Marketing, it's about know, like, and trust. Know, like, and trust. This is the power of blogging. And I encourage, I know there's so many things to do in your marketing index, as many of you are seeking to be the celebrity CEO of your industry. If you don't have my book yet, Celebrity CEO, just go to Amazon and get it. Our Facebook group, Celebrity CEO. But I beg you to download the Celebrity CEO Blueprint. You can just get that from celebrityceo.com. But building a blog is a powerful way to build up your thought leadership, to share on social media, build your email newsletter, all at the same time. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a race for attention. SLS Accounting's here. Great. We're in a race for attention. The person who has the most attention of the right audience will win. In my speaking, as I said before, I'm not trying to speak to every group. I'm not a fit for every group. Trust me on that. But I'm a fit for groups that have a large audience of people, 1,000 or more people. Often they have a large stage, a 2-camera shot. They've invested in lights, and often their events happen to be in Las Vegas, Orlando, Nashville, other large centers where groups of people meet. They have a fee to hire Ramon for $20,000, $25,000, $30,000. That's my journey. You may be different, but do you know who your perfect customer is? And blogging, I find, is one way to help make that happen. Blogging is one way to make that happen. We've got about 10 minutes to go. I'm going to pause here briefly, see if one or two people want to jump in on the Clubhouse side or Instagram side. You can just hit the button to join me, and I'll bring you up on live video if you wish to join me on Instagram, or on the Clubhouse side. We'll have one or two shares before I continue. We have about 10 minutes before Dre Baldwin comes up. Anybody want to unmic? Did I provoke a question from you about blogging or about anything else? Let me see what happens.
Ramon, this is
Hey,
Jeannie.
Jeannie.
I just, I like building on last week's talking about consistency and then talking about this, because this is, as you know, as one of my coaches, this is a struggle for me to just get it out there and get it done. So this is what's really been, I've really been moved this past 7 days about starting to get the message consistently and just getting it out there. So it seems like I got a little hump to get over. So thank you, but it's hard.
And we all do it. It is hard. Dr. G, let me ask you one follow-up question. What is it that you are consistent with as far as your marketing? I see your question, Julie, and I'll answer that. Great question. What is Dr. Jeannie consistent with, if anything, in her marketing? She said, Ramon, every week or every day or every whatever, I do this. What is that?
You know, because every day I do write something. Okay. I just don't publish it.
What? Wait, whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
Is that crazy?
Where does it go?
That's crazy. It goes either in my computer or in my in a journal, an online journal that I use.
TM Hyman, Dr. Jeannie's your girl, man. What's up with this? Are you hearing this, TM?
Ramon, one thing that I know, Ramon, is that, she said you are one of her coaches. I am one of her coaches. But, Ramon, she is Dr. Jeannie. First time I've heard that, Ramon.
Okay, Dr. Jeannie, listen here. If you publish every day, TM and I expect to see something public from you by tomorrow afternoon. May I hold you to that?
The pressure is
on. I'm on it. Thank you.
Okay. And Dr. Jeannie, if you do that for the next 4 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, somebody please remind me on Monday.
I got you.
Okay, thank you. On Monday will be the Dr. Jeannie bonus hour, or if I can't do it Monday, some other day. Monday will be the Dr. Jeannie bonus hour. In my segment, we're just going to blow it up. Is that a fair incentive, Dr. Jeannie? And TM.
That is amazing. Okay, I'm on it. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Ramon. Since we're on Dr. Jeannie and we're talking about accountability, and she says she's written posts. Yeah, let's just put it all out there. So Ramon, the last sessions that I had with Dr. Jeannie, we were working on generating sponsorship dollars. We laid out everything that needed to happen from A to Z. Doc said that she was going to get the letters out, and just like she's written posts, right? I'm not sure. Doc, did you get the letters out? Doc, right. So Ramon, let's add that. Some of them. So Ramon, Dr. Jeannie, after she works on posts, she's going to get back to getting the letters out about the course she has to her network, so she can share the value. And we'll also pick up next Monday on that follow up. Back to you, Ramon.
Tim, you know what I like about this? I refer Dr. Jeannie to so many people and say, you need to talk to Dr. Jeannie. It feels so good. I don't know if it's like a perverse thing, TM, and Lord forgive me if it is, but it feels good to give the pressure to Dr. Jeannie. I'm enjoying this, TM. Like she's on the hot seat.
I'm feeling hot right now.
Come on, TM.
I don't mean in a good way. I'm feeling hot.
Listen, it's the accountability that we all need. Ramon, just like you refer Dr. Jeannie, Dr. Jeannie refers me, man. Absolutely. And I refer her, right? And I think that's the power of this space. We all refer each other, but we also need to hold each other accountable. My blog, Leadership on Demand, LOD Weekly, exists today, Ramon, because of the same challenge that you just challenged Dr. G. You remember when you put me in a hot seat last year? LOD Weekly exists because of that. Let's go, Dr. G.
Dr. Jeannie, you have been served. TM and I will talk to you next week. We'll be watching you for the next 4 days. Anybody in the BWC community can help us hold Dr. Jeannie accountable. Please do that. Dora Maria's putting a star there. And I'm telling you that, see, now we have a problem. If Dora Maria is listening, that's a problem. She don't miss a beat. She can serve multi-billion-dollar clients and Dr. Jeannie. All right, let's move forward. We got 6 minutes to go here, 5 minutes to go. Dr. Jeannie, you have been served, and you know that TM and I are more serious than you can imagine, Dr. Jeannie. So next Monday.
I do know that.
Good. So please, TM, help me remember that, and we will keep this happening. Next 4 days, Dr. Jeannie's show, special segment. If she does at least one tomorrow, we'll be happy to. All right. Julie Riga asks, what is the best platform to use for blogging? Great question. Let me answer it 2 ways. Many platforms can help you blog. I won't mention which ones I don't recommend right now, because they could be my clients who got my bag. But there's a few platforms which I wouldn't suggest you use for blogging. They're great for websites. But here's 3 platforms. Note this down. Somebody clip this if you want and share this out. Clip this on Clubhouse, whatever you wish. 3 platforms that you can use for blogging. One, and the best I find, is WordPress. It can be overwhelming. It can be very extensive. A lot of plugins. Got to be set up. It should have good design. But WordPress is one. Number 2, Substack. Substack has a great tight integration with Twitter, and Substack, even you can have people pay to get on to read premium blogs. Substack is great. And it has all the feeds and RSS feeds and fancy cool tools. And number 3, which I love as well, is Medium. 3 blogging platforms you can consider using: Medium, Substack, or WordPress. Great question, Julie Riga. And I hope you all follow Julie Riga. So we've showed you, and I'll leave 1 or 2 more minutes for one or two more shares real quick here as we get ready to end it. But actually, what I'm going to do here is end on the Instagram side. Instagram, thanks for being with me as we shared how to use blogging for business and profits to grow your community, grow your email list, grow your social following, and build the trust and authority so people can trust you more and more and more and want to invest in you. I'm going to end that video there. And I'm going to end this video here on the LinkedIn side. Thank you all for joining me on LinkedIn, Facebook, groups, and more. Don't forget to check out celebrityceo.com. Let me end that broadcast.